When we speak about women's issues in the World Student Christian Federation, we have to just mention our history for a moment, because we've been a pioneer in women's empowerment and gender justice issues. Way back in the early 1900s, we had a women's traveling secretary who was going all around the world and doing women's leadership development. So we've had a vision for the leadership of women really from our founding in 1895. In the Asia Pacific region, they have a Women's Doing Theology program, which looks at theology with women's and feminist perspectives and empowers young women in kind of claiming their faith in some new ways and developing themselves as leaders within the Christian tradition. In our Africa region, there's a lot of work on HIV and AIDS and sexual and reproductive health and rights. We also have a commitment to have equal numbers of men and women in leadership, in our committees, in our leadership bodies, amongst our resource people, and so this remains a commitment for us. In recent years, we've been participating in the Commission on the Status of Women, joining with the Worldwide WCA and other church and faith-based organizations to bring a faith voice to this work on women's rights and gender justice. When Pastors Pray is a book that the World Student Christian Federation has partnered with the World Council of Churches to back and produce, along with the editor Vali Boubal-Batchelor. This is addressing the issue of violence against women, the clergy sexual violence against adult women. So we know there's a lot of work that has been done on clergy sexual misconduct of children, but really the violence against women is a much more pervasive issue and needs highlighting. And so it's a difficult issue for churches to face, and the WSCF got behind the vision of Vali to just help push the project forward and partnered then with the World Council of Churches to make this something that we can really recommend to the churches as a kind of self-critique. So we have a commitment to make the church a safe space, and in the church increase our commitment to working to eliminate and prevent all forms of violence against women, starting with ourselves. And one of the particular areas that we know we have a big role to play as faith-based organizations is working with this question of stigma. We have a particular ability to address this problem because churches are because the church and faith communities cause some of this problem. And so we're committed to really working in partnership with others to address this issue. Well, young people and students have always played a role in helping the church and older people in general and the community and the world in general to face issues and to move and mobilize on issues that are difficult. And so I think there's a lot of hope in the openness and the willingness and the sense of pressing need that young people have on this and other issues. The World Student Christian Federation is mobilizing itself to play the role to reach its potential in making a difference on this issue. And we also believe that the issues today are too big to be facing alone, and so actually mobilizing youth together across organizations and those who are not even in organizations is very necessary. And so part of our vision is to also reach out to the larger community, because we know that young people care about these issues and we know that they can play a role in moving it forward.